What is up, legends? We are back, and we are back in Eden Zero. Now, Eden Zero is an interesting game, and there's a few things that we're going to talk about. You see, this is pretty much a how to start strong type of a deal. And okay, so here's the thing about Eden Zero: it's not very straightforward how you get strong in this game, but I kind of figured it out, and it's pretty much free. But it's going to take you a little bit of time, and it's not as simple as you would think. All right, so the very first thing you should pay attention to, which is a mistake on my part, I noticed it when I did the video the first time around, but I didn't do it, is there's certain thing that's very important that you need to actually get, and it's this one. You see, this is, I sold out on that already for today. You get 100 of them, and it is a major power gain in the beginning of the game. So you want to talk about how to start strong. This one item right here literally helps you. And if you basically picked it up the first day, then you kind of in a good thing. I missed it the first day. This is the second day that I have it sold out, and it's pretty important. It's not that expensive, so don't necessarily worry about that. And don't buy these, the skip tickets. It seems like a good idea, but it's not really, because gold is, you can actually farm for gold, but gold is not fast right now in the game. For what, at the point in the game where we are, it'll get a little bit faster later on though, but not right now. But this is majorly important. The major reason why this is important is because you need medals for upgrading, and that's pretty much how you upgrade all of your characters. Now, with that said, now let's see, let's go and let's take Weeze for a wife. So Weeze, for example, and you see what I have done now is I have leveled majority of every character slot or armor slot to 10. And that you should be able to do most of the content that's around you right now if all your characters have gear at least around 3 or 4 stars and level it up to 10, and you're going to need the medal to actually do that. Also, what you should be quite aware of, especially if you're free to play, is you can't, like, you getting all these characters, but you really have to dedicate characters. You can't just try to grind and level all of them. There's not enough resources right now in the beginning of the game, so you have to kind of figure out what you want to use. I want to use Rebecca and Shiki, and then if I get another range, because his voice lines, everything about him is just annoying. So I would get rid of him. I do have the sister. Let me go ahead and so you can see everybody. All right, so I have Homer, Witch, and the sister. Pretty much, I was leveling her a little bit, but like I said, there's not enough resources, and gear isn't even dropping to do anything with her right now. So I just kind of I had to scrap that idea, because she's just going to be weak out there getting hit and smacked by everything. You can't just level stuff this fast. Not yet anyway. It's going to get better later, but for right now it's not. And you're going to notice that in order to actually level a character, it actually costs a lot to level. It's like 31,000, and you barely get any right now for this. Now you have the daily stuff that happens, that you can go into a dungeon once a day, and you have the special event, which is where the free point of this comes in at. PvP we can't talk about because you only get 3 tries, and I used all my 3 tries and won. So this kind of like what it is what it is. And I kind of like one-shot people, which is kind of funny. So hopefully I help out with this, because I know people probably just aren't really understanding how the gear progression works in this game. But as far as this event, this is your bread and butter right there as far as passively grinding. Go as far as you can go as far as the steps. I'm up to 14,750, which is higher than what the power I got. I'm like 13 something right now. What you want to do is you want to go into clear quest, and you want to go to a comfortable area that you have cleared. So for me, comfortable, I can do 15, but comfortable is 13. All right, so we're gonna head into there, and now you're gonna notice that you can use skip tickets, which I only had 3 skip tickets, so I used them on the challenge. You can't do it with boss. You can challenge the boss, but you have to use your currency to actually challenge the boss. And I've done enough of that already. I'm not gonna do that. but you do get loot to drop from there, and you can use the loot to level up your stuff. But we're not going to do that right now. What we're going to do is we're going to go into here, which I said comfortable. I can literally put this on auto and just let them run straight to the boss, but don't do that. I'll tell you why you don't do that. It's another thing that the game does. When you put the game on auto, it runs past stuff when it finishes a objective and not kill everything in the stage. And you kind of want to kill everything, because enemies have a chance to actually drop items which you can use for fodder and gold. See that gold drop right there? I'm getting smacked out the air and everything. There's a lot of them. Oh, you're gonna. Oh, she died. That's what happened. Okay. I probably ran too far, too quick. So let's just do this. Clear them somewhat. Okay, so now she's back alive. Come in the stupid thing. Alright, so you see now we can head to the boss area and more gold. Now what happens is the game will actually just ignore all this and not kill any of these things. So you just run through and beat everything up. It's not infinite. You're gonna run out of enemies eventually. You can also get back your special eventually doing it too. Alright. So now we can head to the boss. Now, like I said, you can just throw this on auto and then like do something else and they'll run straight to the boss, as long as it's a comfortable level that your characters can solo it and be gangster and beat everything up. But for me, I just do this and just a one shot. And you see he drops items and gear, but now we get to go in all these items. Now see, this is more overall than what he actually dropped. That's basically from you beating up the enemies. When you leave it on auto, you don't get that much items. Like you get okay items, but it seems like you get like 4 or 5 less than if you just kill everything. And you need those because that. And you notice it drops you back out again. So in order to actually do it again, you have to actually come back in here again and click all the way through. It's not very QOL. It's not intuitive at all. But you actually need to do that. So you can come over here and we don't need any items right now except for the priest girl. She does. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see the equipment. Okay, so now we got some gear to put on with her. That's not the way I have her look. They kind of don't use what skins you put on them in here. They just, whatever they got on is whatever you see right there basically. But we got some armor for her, everything else. You see a little thickened. She's a battle priest though, so she's like a monk, so she needs to hit things to heal and stuff like that. So I actually think that she might be better in this game than Rebecca is, because it's more of a throughput DPS and then heals at the same time, so your time to kill is better. That's why I want to try her out that way. But now that we did that, We know specifically that we don't need anything else because my characters are good. They don't need any of that stuff. So you go into here, which this I'm assuming is disenchant, and you can just hit auto select if you have, you figured everything that you want to do, and then boom, and you can see it's going to be weapon shard, head shard, gear, and everything else, and then metal right there on the bottom. Remember I told you like to buy that metal from the store. You get 100, but right there from me farming just got me 20. It takes a while, sadly. This is the only emulator that it works with, so you gotta deal with it. What I normally do with this, because I play it on boost tags, I like do this and I go do something else. Like I'll be playing like freaking like Elden Ring or Lost Ark or something. All right, so we want to do that again. Auto. It's gonna take a while again. I'm gonna do this to kind of like get rid of all this stuff. They probably gotta do something about this, because if it's doing this here, let me know if it's not doing this on cell phones. Okay, so use these. We're gonna keep those. Do that. We don't need that because that's for Whis, and he already got a good weapon. And then we're gonna do this again. Yes, I know. All right, that's quick. So now you head over into equipment upgrade, the top one. Now anything that you want to upgrade, you go ahead and you do that. For me, I use the main character a lot. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to make it so that he is tanky enough to live through a lot of stuff. So you see now, this is the only 6-star thing I got. And the medal I just got, we're up to 36 right now. Bam. So we do that. And you want to go across the board. You just want to make it so that your characters are going to be stronger. For him, let's do this again. Being that he's the tank, I want him just to not take any damage at this point. And then again, power and critical, so more defense. And I'm gonna be out again. So now I'm gonna head back into that dungeon again and repeat this process. And that's pretty much how you get power and get strong in this game in between. If you get to a stage that all of a sudden is super hard. Now let me tell you, for whatever reason, all of the character quests are way harder than the story quest, which is hilarious. Like the character story quests, all of these are way harder. They are way harder. But what you can do is you can farm the early parts of them for EXP and level up characters. And then on the final bosses, dip out. Because you're probably not going to beat them unless you're your main character. Whoever your carry tank is or whatever, if it's the witch or the main character or Homura. Whoever you're using, unless they're maxed and can carry through while the other two are dead, you're probably going to have to farm that way because you're not going to be able to beat the bosses. The bosses are a complete pain in the ass, especially freaking, not this arc. For whatever reason, the guy at the end of Rebecca's arc, he got mad defense. Bruh. Now you see I've done all of this and then it went up to 24,000. And it's 66% done right there. I was sitting there whacking on this dude. And I was like, all right, I get it. I'm only 13K. I'm damn near almost under half of what this power is. Let me not. This isn't going to happen. All right, so just keep that in mind. But what you can also do is you can just farm if you want to off of this. And you can go into the other stages and farm off of this as well. Because, you get random rewards like that. So just keep that in mind. Again, the game doesn't tell you any of this stuff. It's just up to you to figure it out at that point. So just keep that in mind that if you can handle the tediousness of that, you can just farm and get your characters up that way as well. But the more mindless way of actually doing it is going into the event and doing it the way that I just showed you just now. That's the more mindless way. Now, the last thing I want to tell you, because there's no gotcha, because I know people are going to ask, whatever else like this, no gotcha. The only gotcha is literally crafting. What you can do is you can go in and craft items, and that's the gotcha. But it's expensive as hell. And you see, like, look at my gold. Hey, look how much it costs to 10 craft. Like, bruh, if you even have the items to 10 craft, you get the items basically from disenchanting and stuff like this. Like that blue shard and green shard, the stuff that I had did before, disenchanting, that's where you got that from. So we'll craft one time. And you can't choose on top of that. It's going to make what they want to make. Which it made a great item, which for me, that's not even worth the 1,500 that I spent. Like, bruh. All right, so that's all I got for you guys. Oh, you know what? Last thing. For those of you who may be panicked about this, if you want to actually link your data, here's what you need to actually do. Now you see, mine is already linked. What you need to do is you need to go to right here where it says link your data and make a Konami ID. The Konami ID page, if you do on your cell phone and you don't have a translator, it's going to come up in Japanese. It would be better off if you did that like on BlueStacks, because BlueStacks, the browser can actually translate to English. It's going to send you over to Konami page where it's very easy. It's going to ask you give an email, put a password, your date of birth, and then I believe like the passcode for whatever the email is, and then you bind the account, and then you can put the account anywhere you want to. You're gonna have an account. It's gonna email you and let you know what your account information is. Just make sure that you take that down so you don't so you don't lose it. So if something happens with BlueStacks, or you wipe your computer, or you need to transfer this to like a tablet or a cell phone or something like that, you can transfer this from BlueStacks over to your cell phone or whatever else you want to do. Again, there's no other emulator that works besides BlueStacks, so it kind of is what it is. But that's how you bind your account. So I hope this helps you out, guys. And good luck getting your power. It's really not hard at all, because I saw people saying it in the comment section. I saw people saying it in other people's videos, like, dude, it's really hard to level in this game. It's really not. It's just that they don't explain it. So you have to figure it out yourself, and I just literally told you how to do it. So good luck, peace, and see you soon. Thank you, Legends, for getting to the end of the video. We do 3 to 4 videos every day. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be first in notification squad. I love everybody who stops by, and I will see you next video. Peace.